Well, hello there, chemist, and welcome to Chemistry and Society. Hey, my name's Dr. Kent McCorkle, and I'll be your professor and your guide for our online course over the next 6 weeks. So I just want to take a few minutes and just give you a quick overview of the course itself, what to expect over the next 6 weeks, as well as some tips and some pointers on the website and how to navigate through the online course and where to find various pieces of the course and how to get help. So real quickly then, here is the home page for our course. When you log into Canvas and you click on this right here, Summer 19 Chem 103, you will see a page that looks something like this. Now the first thing you always want to check out are the announcements. Now you'll see in Module 0, I actually have a little tutorial, a little lesson on how to set up either your email or your phone then to actually receive text messages on announcements instantly. So I hope you'll do that, and then you'll never miss any kind of announcements, let's say like an upcoming deadline or something. But if you're not doing that, you definitely want to check here then on the announcements. So the last 2 or 3 announcements will always show up here, but you can also click over here on the left side, and then you can see all of the announcements for the class. So when you scroll down, you'll see here's a photo of myself in a lab helping out a student. Here's my name. Here's my email address, which is the best way to contact me as this is an online course. And I always try to get back to you within 1 business day. Oftentimes, though, it's much sooner than that. And if email, though, is really not quite getting the job done, well, you can email me instead and ask for an appointment, and we'll arrange a time when we can just chat, quote-unquote, face-to-face using Zoom video conferencing. And Zoom video conferencing is kind of like FaceTime or Skype. And we can share screens, or we can type back and forth, or we can actually chat face-to-face. So we always have that option as well as a way to connect. Now, so let's say you have some problems or some questions during the class. There's lots of different places for you to get help. If you have a specific question about this particular course, Chemistry and Society, then you want to click right here on the question quad. And that's a discussion forum where you can go on and you can post questions, and your classmates then can also see those questions and they can respond, or I can respond. So let's say you have a question about a deadline or a homework problem or the research project or something. Click on this and then post that question there. This link here then is for tech support. So let's say you have a problem with the Canvas website itself, or with Sapling Learning, which is the online homework system you'll see. Then you want to click on here, and there's a bunch of links. And the last thing to be aware of is the Student Support Hub. The Student Support Hub is a new link here on Canvas as of this summer, and it has lots of useful information. So you can also reach this right here on this left-hand side. This is also the link to the Student Support Hub, either place. And there are several helpful resources here. The first resource to be aware of is this link takes you to the online library. Well, Samir Koso, of course, has a library, and you can access many of the library resources right here. And this will be really handy once you begin to work on your semester research project for the course. The next link here that's really important is online tutoring, and they have online free chemistry tutoring help. So you can get help with your homework problems, etc. The third link, which is also really helpful, is the Online Writing Center. So as this is an online course, of course the primary way that you'll be communicating is through writing. So let's say you have to write up a post for a discussion forum, or you've been working on your research outline and said you want to get some feedback. Well, just click on here, and what you can do is you can upload a copy of your discussion forum post in Word or PDF, or your research outline, etc. And within 24 hours, one of the Writing Center specialists will actually then create a customized video of them then showing a screenshot of your photo, kind of like this screenshot here, of your document, and they will actually then review the document, and they'll give you feedback on your writing and how to improve it. So again, it's another great free resource and a way to easily improve your writing and your grade in the course. The next one here is online counseling, and the last link here is for student help desk. And again, this is a place you can go if you have any kind of IT technical support questions. So let's go back over here to the course, and I'll show you a few things on the course itself. Now, the way the course is set up is in various modules. Well, so during like a typical 16-week spring semester or fall semester, well, we have 16 weeks and we have 16 modules. So there's one module per week. Plus there's a little bonus module that I call Module 0. And Module 0 is basically just an orientation to the course. How do you use the website? How do you connect? Asking you to introduce yourself and set to the class, etc. So other than Module 0, there are 16 other modules. Again, it's normally one per week over 16 weeks. But as this is a 6-week course, well, this course moves much faster. We still have to cover all that same material, but in a much more compressed timeline. So we'll basically be moving at least 2.5 times faster. So you'll see then that when you get into the course information, I have under here, first is an introduction here to the course. So you click through that, read that. I'll just show you real quick how you kind of navigate this. So you'll click on here, it says start here, and you'll read through this info on your own time. And then you will click here and it says next. And then it will take you on the next page. Now on this page is the course syllabus. You absolutely want to read the course syllabus. Okay, so click this link, download the PDF, and take a few minutes and read through all the course policies, the expectations, how things are graded, which assignments are dropped and which are not dropped, what are the course deadlines, etc. Make sure you read that. And then you also want to look at this, which is the course schedule. The course schedule will just bring up this. So you can see that basically the way it works, it's about 3 modules per week, except for the last week only has 2 modules. So again, the first week is kind of this bonus orientation module, and then 2 actual modules of lecture content. The next 4 weeks are all 3 modules of actual lecture content, and then the last week is 2 modules of lecture content, plus your big research project is due. Now these things in yellow are 3 different what do you call them? Kind of 3 different stepping stones along the way then to completing your a research project. So the first thing you have to do is this thing here in yellow, the preliminary research on 3 scientists. I'll explain more about that later. The next big milestone then for your research project is the research outline. That's the end of week 4. And then the final thing is the scientist infographic, which is the end of week 6. So again, though, all this is summarized on the schedule, which you can see right here. The next thing here is your textbook, where to buy the textbook. You will absolutely want to get a copy of the textbook. Every semester, I always send out an end of semester survey out to my students. And the number one thing that I heard from my students just this last semester was advising future students to read the book. Just take the time, read the book, underline things, take notes, read the book. It really is helpful. And then the third thing here then is the online homework, which you'll see later. And just keep on clicking next, 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 and you kind of work your way through Module 0. So I won't do all that right now. You can do that on your own. So again, as you saw this week, we have a lot to do. We have 3 modules due this week, and then every week then for weeks 1 through 5. So that is a very accelerated course. And again, it's kind of the nature of a summer course. So during a regular spring or fall semester, kind of the rule of thumb is you would expect to spend about 9 hours per week on the course. Well, so chemistry and society is a 3-hour course. I'm sorry, not 3-hour course. It's a 3-unit course, which means for like an on-campus course, you would spend 3 hours on campus attending lectures. Well, the rule of thumb is you can also expect to spend about 2 hours per unit outside of the class studying, reading your book, doing homework, etc. So again, it's a 3-unit course times 2 hours per unit is another 6 hours, which is where that 9 hours come from. Again, you would expect to spend 3 hours in class plus another 6 outside of class studying, reading, doing homework, etc. So that's 9 hours. Well, again, that's 9 hours in a 16-week semester. Again, in our course, we are then hyper accelerated. So we're moving, like I said, at least 2.5 times faster. So that means then you should really expect to spend about 20 to 25 hours per week doing these 3 different modules. So I want to show you real quickly then what kind of the nuts and bolts are of a regular module, and then I want to give you like a general game plan on how to be successful in like really mastering these 3 modules and using your time wisely. We'll say in a standard module, what you'll see is the first thing in the module lists the goals and objectives. Well, so also in here, what you'll see is that also includes then whatever the reading assignment is for that week. It may be part of a chapter, it may be an entire chapter in that module. So you see here's module 1, here's the things we're going to study during this module. Then you see right here, here's the reading assignment. So you want to read chapter 1 in the textbook. Excuse me. Now when you're reading the chapter, I encourage you then to underline or to highlight things and also take some notes. Jot some things down then as you're doing your reading. The next thing then that you'll come to are the lecture videos. Of course, you want to treat these lecture videos just the way you would your actual lecture in an on-ground class. So you'll watch the videos and you can pause the videos as you go through and you can take notes. So you'll see here's module 1. Here's the first video. Oops. And it's, if I can ever get it to work here, here's the first video, and it's 19 minutes, 31 seconds. So you'll watch that video, and you can pause as you want, take some notes, take a little break, come back and watch the next video. It's 9 minutes and 45 seconds, take some notes, etc., etc. So you work through then the reading and then all of your lecture videos. And then every module also has a discussion. Now, a discussion is supposed to simulate kind of like the in-class discussions we would normally have in an on-ground course, where we'd have a topic that's brought up, we would all dialogue on it then as a class. The way it works though online is you will open up the discussion, you'll read the discussion prompt, and you always have to make a contribution then to the discussion by Thursday at 11:59 p.m. So basically then you have to do the readings, watch the videos, and then respond to the discussion by the end of Thursday night at midnight. And then sometime then after Thursday night and before the module ends on Sunday night, you have to come back and you have to read through all your classmates' responses and the reply to 1, 2, or 3 of your classmates, depending on the directions. So in a nutshell again then, you will read the discussion prompt, you'll respond to the discussion by the end of Thursday night, and then you'll come back and read your classmates' responses and reply to some classmates by the end of Sunday night. Okay, you will also have then homework assignments included in each module. So the first module has a few little bonus assignments. They're not really worth any points, but I highly encourage you though to do them, just because these 3 assignments show you then how to use the online homework system. How do you enter in formulas and numbers, and how do you do the different problem types? And then here's the actual first homework assignment. And then once you've done all that, of course, we also have a quiz then per every module. So the best way then to prepare for the quiz is, of course, you want to do the reading, take some notes, highlight, underline, and such, watch the videos, take some more notes, kind of fill in your notes a little further, respond to the discussion prompt, then work on the homework as a way to reinforce and to practice all the material up here. And then when you feel like you're really ready, okay, we'll go back then and review your notes. So review any of the reading you might want to review or the videos you want to review. And then once you're ready for the quiz, click this link, and the quizzes are all timed. So the quizzes then, they are technically open book and they're open notes, but they are timed, as I was saying. So you really do have to study your notes and your readings and such ahead of time, else you will not have time during the quiz itself then to actually go back and look up all your answers. So I'll say it again, you really do have to study. So you really do want to sit down and stuff and go back over all of your notes and stuff, your notes, your readings, maybe some videos and such, reviewing your homework problems again. And then once you feel like you're really ready, then you want to start that quiz. And once you hit begin on the quiz, you will have 45 minutes. And once the time runs out, that is it. You only get 1 attempt per quiz. There's no makeup quizzes, etc. So again, that's basically the format then for every module. There's a reading assignment, there's some lecture videos to watch, there's the discussion for you to respond to by Thursday night, and then come back and reply to your classmates by Sunday night. there's a homework assignment, and there's a quiz. So all the modules then, such they will become available on Monday morning, and they are all due on Sunday night. So again, for this first week then, modules 0, 1, and 2, those are all going to be due then on the Sunday night at the end of week 1. So you'll see in this case, that means then they're all pretty much due. You'll see June 23rd, June 23rd, June 23rd. So all the deadlines here are June 23rd, which is that Sunday night at midnight of week 1. So module 1 then you see has a reading assignment, videos, discussion, homework, and quiz. Module 2 has reading assignment, video, discussion, homework, and quiz, and it also has a little bonus piece of bonus content here known as an activity. And an activity, you'll see, it's kind of like an interactive visual simulation. It's just a way to try to really, it's like an interactive simulation. It's a way just to try to make the material a little bit more tangible and help you kind of interact with it. And that's pretty much the way it works for every module. Again, reading assignment, videos to watch, discussion, homework, quiz. Reading assignment, videos to watch, and discussion, homework, quiz. Now, the only difference, again, like I said, in this semester versus a fall or a spring is we're not just doing 1 module a week. It's typically 3 module weeks. So that means then you have to do then 3 reading assignments, typically 3 sets of videos to watch, 3 discussions to respond to, 3 homeworks then to complete, and 3 quizzes then to study for and to complete. So that is pretty much the way it's set up. And again, you'll see more of this right here in Module 0, which really is the orientation video for the course. So one suggestion then on how to best maximize your time then for this course, again, it's about 20 to 25 hours on average per week. Could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less, is I recommend then that you spend about 3 or 4 hours every day working on the course. Again, it basically is like a part-time job. You don't want to try to do all 20 hours on the weekend, else you will not be successful. Plus, you will have already missed the discussion deadline, which the first part is always due on that Thursday night. So my suggestion for you is to kind of use Monday through Thursday. Okay, so once the module then goes live early Monday morning, take Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and do all the assigned readings. Again, you want to highlight things. You want to take notes. Then go watch the videos, and those will really help to further explain the material better. And then take some more notes. Then work on the homework as a way to reinforce the material that you read about and you watch the videos on. And then go ahead, make your contribution then to all the various discussion prompts. So it's kind of like Monday through Thursday. Then between Friday and Sunday, come back and read your classmates' contributions on the various discussions, and then reply to the classmates. Perform any of those additional interactive simulations. And then the last thing you want to do, of course, is you want to go back through all of your notes and your homework and such, study, and then take those quizzes. That's kind of my overall game plan for success. Again, the best strategy is not to try to cram it all in at the end of a week, but we're trying to break it out into manageable chunks. Again, 3 or 4 hours every day is kind of ideal. And you just kind of know from personal experience that the best way to learn anything and to get better at anything is regular practice. Let's say you want to learn a foreign language, or you want to learn to play guitar, or you want to learn to surf, whatever it is. The best way to get better at speaking French or whatever is just to practice speaking French regularly, or to practice playing the guitar regularly. You don't want to wait until the night before your big trip to France or your big piano recital and then try to cram it all in, right? It's the same thing with chemistry or math or history. It's regular practice throughout the week. You just really cannot master a subject and really become good at it through cramming. So again, I highly encourage you, break it down into multiple chunks every day. Okay, so back over here to our course. So the last thing I want to discuss is the semester-long research project. Again, it is a little bit more compressed this semester, and your first deadline is actually then at the end of week 2. So if you click right here where it says research project, you can get a little bit more information on that. So your research project is ultimately then for you to review and to research the life of a famous chemist. I want you to research then both their personal life as well as their scientific contributions and their legacy. And you're going to actually then first begin by actually researching 3 different scientists, and then you're going to narrow it down and focus on one. And then once you research them, at the end of the semester, what you're going to create is not another long, boring research paper, but you're actually going then to create a more visually appealing infographic based around your scientist's life. I know students in semesters past have said this is something that they actually really enjoy doing because, again, it was more fun and visual, kind of like this. And I'll show you, though, then several different examples when you click on the scientist infographic page. But that is coming up pretty quickly, so I encourage you then to begin working ahead on that. And again, you can find all those deadlines over here, like I showed you. And your first one is here. And you can also see right here, here's the different parts of the research project, and they're all lined up here in various modules as well. So that's probably enough for now. So again, if you have any questions at all, you can always reach out to me right over here on the home page. Just shoot me an email anytime, and I'll try to get back to you within 1 business day. Again, oftentimes it's much sooner than that. And I look forward to getting to know you guys much better. But for now, I encourage you to go ahead and to jump over here to the modules. Start off here with module 0, kind of work your way through all these different sections. Again, that'll really help you then to get to know the course, what the expectations are, etc. You'll also get to take a course readiness quiz, which is basically just a quick quiz just to make sure that you have read through the syllabus, all the different policies and procedures, and you know what's going on. And you'll see on this quiz, you do have to score 100% on that quiz, but you get unlimited attempts. So between now and Sunday night at the end of the first week, June 23rd, you have to get 100% on that quiz. And that just lets me know then that you really are prepared for the course, you know what the expectations are, and you really are being set up for success. If you don't score 100% by that Sunday night at midnight, then I am going to drop you from the course, just so you know. And the other thing you can go ahead and start doing is you can introduce yourself here to the class, and you can read my introduction, and you can learn about your classmates. So that's probably enough for now. So once again then, welcome to Chemistry and Society. Again, my name is Dr. Kent McCorkle. If you have any questions at all, please just go ahead and shoot me an email, and I'll be in touch again soon. Bye-bye.